Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be talking about Maryland state quarters. Now, most of these are worth 25 cents, but there are a few that have some pretty significant value, and that's what we'll be covering today. It could be an error or a variety, or maybe something like a conditional rarity, but I want to give you everything that you need to know so that you can properly search yours, see if there's anything better on it, and just have a good idea for what you need to be looking for on these, as well as, again, those values. So we'll head over to my presentation and get started telling you what you need to know. This video is sponsored by Whatnot, a live stream auctions and shopping app that I frequently sell coins and collectibles on. My link at the top of the description gives you $15 off your first order when you sign up through it, so definitely check that out. Plus, it's a great way to support my channel since any buy that you make with a new account gives me a nice bonus too. Hope to see you on some of those auctions. Let's get into the video. And here's the Maryland State Quarter with the Maryland State House on the reverse. Going to go through the ones that are going to make it more valuable compared to the normal ones. And in this case, it's not crazy in terms of varieties. I'm really excited about some of the errors I'm going to show you that are worth well into the thousands of dollars. But right here, we have a double die obverse, relatively minor. You can see on the Philadelphia, a little bit of protrusion of a second ear under the normal one. But again, valuation really $3 to $10, which isn't a ton of money, but it's also a lot more than 25 cents. So, it's good to be aware of the treasure hunt ability. If you can get one graded in Mint State 69, that's going to have massive upside potential. Right here, we can see $6,000 is sort of the price point. Now, if it's Mint State 68, there's probably a situation where you're losing money, so you have to be very discerning, and this only applies for PZGS graded coins. For the D Mint mark, it's going to be $200 in Mint State 68. That's worth it, but you want a shot at 68 plus or higher. That's really the value unlocking point, and then there's not too much in the way of value for any graded proof coins, whether it's silver or clad, nothing there. Now, some of the really cool errors I want to point out. So this first one is struck on a nickel planchet. Now, the nickel is actually not that much smaller than a quarter, so here most of the designs pretty clearly shown and sold for a little over $1,000 again, but sort of neat that there are these wrong denominations. That's something that's really not happening quite as much these days. A lot of crazy stuff going on at the mints in the late 1990s, early 2000s. Similarly, here we have a reverse clad layer missing coin, sort of one of the classic state quarter errors, and always better when the missing layer is on the reverse. $250 here seems a little bit low, though it is fairly scratched up, nicked up, only around Mint State 63. I think the struck off center coin, Mint State 67, this is just a gorgeous specimen. You can see almost no wear or high point nicks in the design. Now there's a fair amount on the portion that was not struck. That is the reason that's off center, but it's sold for $255 in 2006. And then lastly, we've got the 2000D Maryland quarter. It's not graded, but it's verified by NGC, and it was struck by the Maryland quarter dies, but it's a fully intact feeder finger. These coins would help feed the coins basically into the dies to be struck, but these are very, very special because normally when you have a struck on feeder finger, originally it was like aluminum scrap. It would have fallen off, or like one of the edges of the feeder finger fell off. Somehow this one's fully intact, and it commanded $15,600, one of the highest amounts of money paid. Is this a quarter? I think technically you could probably spend it for 25 cents, but it's one of the craziest planchets known out there. There's almost no quarters that are struck, with fully intact feeder fingers. So this is sort of the highlight of anybody's error collection, and there's some really other neat stuff going on, but those feeder finger errors, the fully struck ones, really not occurring anymore. And so between those wild errors and something like this double die obverse, there are a fair amount of things to be on the lookout for. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Report back if you make any good finds, and fun to just show some of what's even out there. It's always interesting to think it through. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to visit our website, treasuretown.com, to stay up to date on everything going on the channel and possibly get some great deals on coins and collectibles. We look forward to seeing you on our future videos, and best wishes until then.